Hello, everyone. This is Tyrone McLean. I'm the little dude that put together this group, exploring a continent originally Africa, but subsequently it was changed to exploring the continent of Akibalon. I come before you to share something that I hope will be life-changing for you, as some of the members who have worked with me found it to be that way for them. We are going to run a 30 days campaign. And it's not very complicated. It doesn't require a lot of you to participate. It's one of the most easiest things in the world that you can do. But I think you will find it to be one of the most substantial, life-changing experience that you're going to go through. For almost 6 weeks or more, there are members in the group that I talked to that met with me, and we discussed this campaign together. At first, I was sort of hesitant to even bring it up to anybody, but I knew if you have something good, you must share it. So I decided to do that. So I'm proud to announce to you guys, starting Saturday, April the 4th, for 30 days, we are going to ask those who are willing to participate. Not everybody will. This is not mandatory or anything like that. But I think it's something that you will find to be very meaningful. I put out a write-up that will include a write-up from Mr. Gay of the Gambia. He also added to that writing so you could fully understand what we hope that you will achieve by participating with the campaign. Before I get into the specifics of the campaign, I need to explain to you guys as best as I can what is the history of why I see that this campaign might be necessary for everybody. Since forming this group back in January of 2020, I have met some of the most wonderful people in my life. My life has changed because of the people that I met. And it's been nothing but positive growth in my spirit. And I hope the same is shared with other people I met. I have family now in Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria, Ghana, the Gambia, Sierra Leone, Liberia, all across the continent. I don't leave out South Africa when I say that. But I have met people that have taught me a form of love that I knew nothing about. Because in America, you're in your own family. That's typical. But our love does not know how to reach out, as I've learned from my African brothers and sisters. Many have referred to me as daddy. And I got to tell you, in the culture that I grew up in, daddy is assigned to one individual that is your biological birth father. But my family in Akibalon, and I don't like saying Africa, and I'll tell you guys one day why, but my family in Akibalon have taught me a love that I did not know exist until I began to meet them. Many of you have experienced the same thing, I'm sure. When you get a title of that type, it has a sense that people have a respect for you. And with that respect, you should carry yourself accordingly. Now, why the 30-day campaign? Many of the experiences I've had meeting people in this Facebook group, I have dealt with some of the most tragic events that they've gone through. Not having water, not having food, just a need for money. And I know it's perceived that over in the West that we have a ton of money and we have a ton of love just like they do. And we can give when we can. And I think it's appreciated once we take those steps to do so. But I thought about it from the time that I started this group up until about 4 months ago. What could be done to change the circumstances that the people over there in the motherland, Akibalon, find themselves in? What can be done? If I had $1 trillion and I pass it out, there's 1.4 billion people over there. Still, once that money is exhausted the next day or the next week or the next month, they will still have a need for money. That's just the system that we live in. But that made me think about what could be given to people that is free, that's already there in place for them. And if they learn to tap into that source, they become automatically wealthy. I'm not talking about money. Okay. So here we go. The 30-day campaign, I'm asking each and every member, and please read the document that will be put out, read it to the entirety of it. You're going to be asked to do something very simple. For 30 days, every night before you go to sleep, I want you to repeat this to yourself twice. I am the living human made in the image and likeness of the Creator. Say that to yourself twice before you go to sleep. When you wake up the following morning, say the same thing. Repeat that. I am the living human made in the image and likeness of the Creator. During the course of your day, if you encounter some discomfort, issues that challenge you, that stress you out, say that as well to yourself. I can't tell you that it's going to make a significant difference in you, but I will do a second video where I will share with you something personal that happened to me that made me understand the value of you understanding who you are. And when I say understanding who you are, I go back to the very beginning of mankind. It is known by the oldest fossil remain that was found, I think at the foothill of Mount Kilimanjaro in Kenya, the fossil remain that they call Lucy. And when I thought about it, it pissed me off. Why Lucy? The Europeans go into the continent of Akibaland and they name the fossil remain Lucy. Nothing associate that name with the native people who live on the continent. That's another argument for another day, but I'll have that when the time permits. But what I want to do with this video, I'm trying to be brief, but sometimes I find it impossible. But I want each and every one of you guys, those who are willing to do so, if you don't get upset. Don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to do something to make life better for you. That doesn't cost you a penny. It doesn't cost you anything. It's to help you to build your relationship with the person you call God, the title that you say, the Almighty, the Most High, Allah. Well, if you read a post I put out recently, I stopped calling our Father God. I have personalized it. So now when I speak, I say, my Father, our Father, for that's who He is. He created you and I, and we are beholden to Him to recognize Him as such. Not that God is an unimportant word, but it distances you from Him. When you say God, or when you say the Most High, you put Him separate from you. But when you say our Father, or my Father, you bring your relationship much closer. He is the creator. You were created by Him. He loves you. And this is what we're trying to do in 30 days. This is not some spiritual movement, so don't get it wrong. This is about you associating yourself to the supreme being of the entire universe of universe. And let me say this lastly. Those of you who live in the continent they call Africa, that I don't like using that name, those of you who live in Akibaland, I want you to hear this. Akibaland is the most significant landmass on the entire earth. You could go to Europe, you could go to Asia, any other place. There's not another piece of land mass on the earth that is more important than Akibaland. As a matter of fact, Akibaland is your heaven on earth. I know that's hard to kind of swallow that. But the days Africa, it's not Africa. That's a name that the Greeks created. And you call yourself Africans. You're not. You were born and raised and currently live in Akibaland. And Akibaland means the motherland. So everyone, I'm going to call it a quit right now. And please take it upon yourself in your heart and spirit to read the documents that will be sent out tomorrow, one document, explaining the 30-day campaign in specific details. And I hope through the course of this that you will learn something as I and others have learned. Most importantly, Mr. Mante in Ghana will be conducting interviews weekly, and we're going to be talking to individuals who had a life-changing experience of understanding the significance of who they are. And I hope that happens to everyone. Everyone, I thank you for your attention. If you was able to take all the time and listen to my big wordy mouth, it is appreciated. And I do so with love at the forefront. So everyone, be good. Take care.